In today's Alexandra at Work episode, I am going to teach you how I plan my week in order to have productivity and in order to achieve all of the goals and objectives that I have for the week. So if you want to know how you can also do the same, well, stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego and welcome to another Alexandra at Work episode. In today's episode, I am going to walk you through the process that I've been using for several years now in order to plan my weeks and to have productive and efficient weeks. Now, before we get started with that, we created a free gift for you. It's actually a PDF sheet that you can download for free. If you just go down in the description below this video, you click on the link and you'll be able to download this free resource that will help you do everything that I'm sharing with you today. So you'll be able to also have that same structure and like that plan your weeks in a productive and efficient manner. So without any further ado, well, let's begin with the planning of your week. So it's Sunday night. I always do this on Sunday nights right before the week is about to begin. I sit down here at my desk. I pour myself a nice glass of wine as well. And then once I have this, of course, I take a little sip to unwind and then the planning process begins. All right, so now the planning process can officially begin. So what you will need for this is, of course, the free PDF sheet that we've created. Make sure you go download it now. You can print it and like that, you're going to be able to use it. If not, you can also use a weekly planner, a daily planner, and then a notepad. Okay, so we're going to begin this process with the notepad. This is the tool that I love for the past few years. I always use this. I have so many of them. I have a lot of them like in a box that have already been used, and like on every single page I have the to-do list for all of the past weeks of the past few years. And the first thing that I do is I basically write to do here on this, and then I write all of the different things that I have to do throughout the week. So maybe go to the dry cleaner to pick up some clothes. Then maybe I can also prepare for AlexandraTV episodes. Then I can also work on the creation and development of a new product, and the list goes on. Now, one question that I often get asked is, should I divide my personal and professional life to-dos? Should I create a list for everything that's in the personal life and everything that's in the professional life? My answer to this every single time is no, you don't need to do that. Why? Because at the end of the day, you only have 24 hours in a day. It's not as if you were allocated 24 hours for your personal life and then 24 hours for your professional life, and then you could divide them. No, it's all together. So might as well just make a list of all the things that you have to do at work and at home as well. Once you are done creating your list of to-dos, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna ask yourself these 3 questions. The first one, for each and every point, each and every to-do on your list, you're gonna ask yourself, can I delegate this thing? Can I automate this thing? Or can I eliminate this thing? You're gonna take 3 different colors of whether it be highlighters or whatever, maybe red for the elimination, maybe blue for delegating, and green for automating. And you're gonna go through each and every point and you're gonna ask yourself this question. For everything that is delegatable, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna create another maybe to do on your list of hire someone, who can do that. Find someone that I can delegate this to, For everything that you have to automate, especially the things that one thing is you have to automate it when you see that it keeps on coming back. Week after week is the same thing. That's when you have to automate this thing. So maybe you can add on your to-do list, automate this funnel, or this sequence of emails, and you add it to your to-do list. So you keep on going with that. Of course, the ones that are for eliminating, you just eliminate them completely. Then once you're almost done with this notepad and your to-do list, the last thing you want to do is you want to actually go grab or look at your monthly calendar, your trimester calendar, your quarterly calendar, as well as your yearly calendar, because you want to see if there are possibly other to-dos that you have, for that particular week, because right now we're planning, of course, the weeks. Now comes the next step. Now that you're done with your to-do list, you know exactly what you have to do during your week, comes the time to actually schedule it, right? So one thing I always say is that if it's not scheduled, it's not real. It's not going to happen, right? So here's what I do with my weekly planner. And again, with the PDF sheet that we've created, it's exactly this same structure. So you're going to be able to do what I'm doing here. What you're going to do is you're going to go see your week here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, until the next Sunday. And you're going to go through every single point in your to-do list and ask yourself, okay, this thing, when can I do it exactly? Can I do it on Monday? Can I do it on Thursday? Should I do it on next Sunday? When should I schedule this? And then write the time. Very often we make to-do lists, but then we don't schedule nothing. And that's a problem, because then it doesn't happen. You arrive at the end of the week and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot this and I forgot that. Obviously, because you didn't schedule it. It's not as if there was a 25th hour that would magically appear and all of a sudden you could do all the things on your to-do list, right? So you start adding them here wherever there's space. There's gonna be weeks where you're gonna notice that you actually don't have enough time in the week to do everything on your to-do list. And that is good, because then you're gonna be able to know, okay, I'm gonna do it next week, instead of really making yourself feel overwhelmed throughout the week for, things that you actually clearly could not do, right? If you simply took the time to schedule things. The next thing that I do here on the weekly calendar is I'm gonna write on the side, on the sheet, projects of the week. So I write all of the different projects that I have working on at the same time. And very often I'm working on a lot of projects at the same time, but I have priorities. And I always work on 3 priorities at the time maximum. There are weeks where I just write 1 project that I'm working on, or 2 of them. Max is always 3. So here, let's say, as an example, I wrote AlexandraTV, the program certified coach, also A.V.A creations. So this would be the 3 ones that I'm working on right now. At this point, you are almost done planning your entire week, but it's not over yet. There's still another step, all right? And the other step here is to grab your daily agenda, so your daily planner. And now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to start again, scheduling in a way, and should I say even kind of rewriting basically everything that you have here in your weekly agenda. Now, the reason why you want to do that, and the reason why I follow this system that I've been, using for several years now, it's because my weekly agenda, I bring it with me everywhere I go. So that like that, if I have a friend of mine, we're having coffee and they say, oh, you want to have, go for like a drink in 2 weeks, I can just go to the page and then I just write it down. But this agenda here, this planner, is basically the one that stays here on the desk. So if you, of course, work for yourself, and if you're watching Alexandra at Work, I imagine that it's because of that. Well, what you want to do is that you always want to have a daily agenda on your desk, so that first thing in the morning when you wake up and you go to your desk ready to work, you actually know exactly what you're going to be doing for the whole day. There's nothing worse than starting your day and not knowing what is happening, what you're supposed to be doing and what's going to be happening next. So you definitely always want to have this on your desk here ready. So you just basically rewrite everything that was here, right? But by time. So here this planner is by every 15 minutes, it's by chunks of 15 minutes. So I'm able to write every single thing, even, making a call, I don't know, to the dentist. I'm able to put it in between meetings. So I know exactly what's going to be happening throughout the week, as well as every day of the week. So once you finish this step, once you finish filling up your daily agenda for the week, what you want to do is that you want to put this on the side. You want to always leave it open, because every night before going to sleep also, you want to always make sure that you see what's going to be happening the next day, so that you start the next day, be productive from the, beginning of your day. Then you want to grab this, put it in your purse, bring it with you. You want to leave your to-do list here, so that as the week progresses, you start like kind of putting an X, on every single thing that you're accomplishing, so that you feel like you're productive and advancing. And believe me, if you take the time to just follow this very simple system that's going to take you about an hour every Sunday, you will see how you're going to accomplish so much. You're going to have such a productive week. You're going to see how you're advancing in your projects, in the to-do list that you have. You're going to feel proud of yourself, and by next Sunday, you're going to say cheers to me, cheers to that. So that is it for this week's Alexandra at Work episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I certainly hope that you will start following this system and that you will start doing the same thing, because believe me, it will change your life and it will make you so much more successful than what you imagined that you could be. So believe me, you need to start doing that. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, don't forget to share it with all of your friends, and of course, to subscribe for new episodes almost every day here on AlexandraTV. So that is it for today, and I will see you very soon.